We are making 4 points with this exhibit, the crossing exhibit. First is that we are questioning an assumption of 30 years back, which led to the current form of the computer, which is something known as the graphical user interface. The invention of the mouse fundamentally created a separation between the eyes and the hands. And part of what this work is about restoring the gesture with the display and exploring new forms of computation, integrating the two. So part of our challenge has been to make the traditional form of a computer, through display, keyboard and mouse, disappear and make it reappear through meaningful forms which are appropriate to a culture. The second contribution that the Crossing Project is making is that we are looking at traditional society's notion of a connection with modern society's notion of a connection and building appropriate bridges between the two. Third, we are asking artists to get involved in the design of hardware, not just software. If you believe that content and tool interact with each other, then the tool must reflect the content. Lastly, by doing all of these three, we are saying that developing nations, and India in particular, can contribute to system science research. In order to develop an aesthetic for a developing nation such as India, it became very important to go to something as ancient as Benares and combine it with futuristic mobile multimedia computing.
The Eternal Gandhi multimedia exhibition captures not only the historical events of Gandhiji's life, but also presents inspiring visions of product design, computing, and developmental vision based on Gandhiji as a symbol. In this particular project, there are many dimensions that we're trying to show. Most important is, of course, in a world of violence, this whole idea of truth. Gandhiji's idea of truth was a mosaic of difference, and that in order to heal differences, we need to integrate the difference within any forms of logic. So truth is considered as a mosaic of multiplicity, and so that is a very contemporary artistic message. If you read the writings of Gandhiji on handicrafts, he talks about the charka spinner measuring the thread count through the sense of touch and palpability of touch. And traditional cultures, in contrast to modern technological cultures, have intuited the value placed on hand skills, as well as the idea that hand skills actually create health and well-being. So the manipulation of hands actually increase memory and learning. This could be the state of your products on your desktop, that people would hold hands and touch quilts and touch sacred objects and touch prayer beads. If village aesthetics and village creativity and village crafts could, increase the richness of interactions, that will be a great contribution. Part of this exhibit is to revive and reanimate Gandhian values. Increased interest in nature-based healing, increased interest in eco-consciousness, in the pursuit of diversity, in compassion and non-violence as a way.
We at the Sacred World Research Laboratory are exploring new designs and technologies to enable freedom. And we believe that health is an important part of this enabling of freedom. We're also exploring innovation created by building bridges between traditional cultures and modern technological cultures, and developing a voice and an expression for craft-based, nature-based, mythology-based cultures in the face of a rising superpower of India. The idea that we're always growing without looking at our resources is pretty myopic. So we would need an alternative philosophy in which we kind of recognize the problem that intelligence would not create peace, and it will just create this kind of unending desire for growth. So if we believe that that is unsustainable, we would need to scale back, step back. And this methodology of this project of stepping back into green consciousness, learn about alternatives that are readily available, it's a great methodology in the face of the double dip recession that is happening, that we've got to check our needs vis-a-vis consumption, and that we don't need to necessarily always grow, and that we can always step back into green consciousness, learn, benefit from all these non-invasive techniques and procedures and health practices that are readily and ubiquitously available, so that we can create a better future.